Okay, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here today. I'm Kimberly from Journey to the New Normal, where I talk about all things finding your new normal after curveballs, after life throws you a curveball. And I'm still working on that tagline because somehow, I don't know, it's been all over the place, and it just needs to have a thing and encompass everything and whatever. So, anyways, yeah. I want to do a little, I guess, kind of from this mama's heart kind of vlog, if you will. This is something that I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure every mom has went through one way or the other. We just registered both our kids in public school yesterday. My oldest last year went through Indiana Connections Academy, which I loved. I loved the school. I loved the people. We're not leaving because we weren't happy. We were very happy with them. But, she's in kindergarten. She was in kindergarten, and we're actually putting her back through kindergarten again because with all of her sensory needs and her kind of delayed emotional, social kind of milestones and stuff, it was just easier for us to go ahead and have her repeat kindergarten so that she's kind of caught up with some of the kids and whatever. She doesn't get as much socialization as I would like. And so that was one of the things that was like, okay, this will be a good way to get her socialized, a good way to get her to understand some of what's required of you in public. I say that like that because she does get around to like doctor's appointments and therapy appointments, so she kind of has the ropes of sitting in a waiting room or something like that. She's, a little bit, she's probably more versed on that than most kids her age. But just in general, like speaking how to, talk in an inside voice and how to, not run around like a crazy person all the time and all that kind of stuff. Like if you go into a doctor's doctor's office and they see you enough and they realize that like this child is coming here like being drugged here for whatever reason, like a lot of times they overlook a kid that's kind of bouncing off the walls because, she's there when she'd much rather be somewhere else. But if you see that same kid inside, say, Walmart or, Kohl's or some other place that we've been lately, that's not quite as acceptable. So, that's kind of the thing with us wanting her to at least have a baseline of what's acceptable and what's not. So this is going to be a hard vlog for me to talk about because there's been so much emotion in the last, say, 48 hours or so. I made the call about 3 days ago that we were going to go ahead and just put her in. Actually, I guess it's been about a week now. We were just going to go ahead and enroll her in public school and not do the whole home public school thing. And part of it is honestly because I need that time. I need that time to get videos done, to get editing done, to get blog posts done. It's just some of that is my time that, it's not that I can't even do it with her here. It's that, I'm expected to, teach for 5 hours a day or at the very least facilitate. And, that's 5 to 6 hours out of my day that I can't do anything else. So it's much easier for me to, say, and I don't want to say easy because that's kind of not the right word for it. But it's going to be a better way for me to say, let somebody else take the time. They're getting paid to do that anyways. Let them try to teach her, see where we're at. If 3 months into it, she's not any better off than she was, and she's disrupting too much and whatever, then we can go ahead and pull her and move her back. I mean, it's just one of those things where, at this point, it kind of is what it is. And we're trying it out, and we can always come back. There's, always that idea that, okay, we can come back, we can try it again later, whatever. So, but I was not prepared for all the emotions. the Indiana Connections Academy, because they start tomorrow, and which is Wednesday the 8th. And they called, and they've been calling, and I've had therapists, her speech and occupational therapists have sent me emails and called, and they're excited to work with her this year. And I was like, I don't want to tell them no and bye if we're not going to be, if that's not going to be the case. But on the other hand, it's like I didn't want to say goodbye at all. Like, you form relationships with these people, and it's just rough. It's like, it's one thing, and maybe it's just because we've had so many super influential people in the time frame that we've been going through this, and just the idea in general that you get somebody for a certain period of time, and then be it the kids age out, or they change, they go to a different place, or you guys move, or whatever. It's like every time we have to say goodbye, it breaks my heart. Like, literally. I was on the phone today with the behavioral specialist from the school. And the way that Kira's school was she was not in special education because she didn't necessarily need help academically. She needed help with the social, emotional, the being able to handle the workload, the, ideas for me on how to help her through stuff, how to help her when she hit a brick wall, because Kira is a lot like I am. When I was little, especially, I've kind of figured things out a little bit more now, but I was very, as a child, I was very, I need to know this stuff. Like, I'm supposed to know it before you teach it to me, kind of thing. And, Kira's the exact same way, and when she doesn't know something, sometimes it just becomes this, I can't do it. Like, she just can't get through to a point where you're able to teach it to her, because she doesn't want to stop thinking she knows it already. And so, she was helping me with a lot of that stuff, and just kind of, if, being that person that if, like, I was like, okay, we're up against this problem and I have no idea where to go. Like, she could, direct me to whatever resources or whatever. It was just really nice to have somebody who, was basically just a sounding board to let you just kind of go, okay, this is working, this isn't. How do we make this work like this? And they give you, suggestions, and then you implement them, and if they don't work, they don't work, but at least you tried. And hopefully they do work, because a lot of times they did. But I called her today because, actually, she called me, and I didn't answer. I called her back and left a message, and when she called back again, I told, I had told her that, we were going to be leaving, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry to see you guys go, but you have to do what's best for your child, and, just know that you always have a home here, and our arms are always open for her. And I'm, like, sitting there, like, choking back tears, like, seriously choking back tears, because I'm like, just when you find, especially when you have a child whose behavior is not like other people would like it to be. It's not, as normal, as perfect as other kids is, You find your people, and you just don't want to let them go, like, for anything. Like, can I have your home number so I can call you sometime just because I'm going to miss you? Like, I know that sounds stalkerish, and, sorry, but seriously, you start to really miss people. And I'm going to check. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not going too terribly long on this. But, no, so there was that. There was the fact that, I was really, because of everything, I put in one of the other VEDAs that I did, I was talking about how, I didn't have everything ready to go register my kids. And when I did go register them, like, they needed baths and we didn't have time to do that. And I barely had clothes clean. And I was going in there and I was just feeling like this mom, like I was waiting for CPS to be called or something, like, seriously. And I'm like, this is ridiculous because it's all just me being really hard on myself. Like, let them live in our shoes for just a little while and see what happens. And a lot of times I have that attitude. Like, I can be that whole, you try living in our shoes for a little bit and see. But then every now and again, it wears on you after a while, and you have that day, and that was yesterday, oh dear God, where like everything was just like, it felt so defeating, like so like off, like I was a horrible mom and this was a horrible thing and am I making the right decision, and just all of the feels yesterday. Oh my goodness. So, we all have those moments, and I guess this is what I'm wanting to say through all of this. If you are a parent of a special needs or a high needs child, you're probably going to go through it like I did. But parents in general are going to go through that kind of a thing. You're going to have to say goodbye to kids' teachers. You're going to have to, move on to a different place or make a big decision for your family and wonder if you're making the right decision. We all, itch. We all go through this, like seriously. And there is nothing that you are doing wrong as long as you're doing the best thing for your family. There are no hard and fast right or wrong answers to a lot of the things that we have to make decisions on. So when you're making that decision, as long as you're keeping what's the best interest of your family in heart, at the heart of it, there may be some off things. It may not be good. It may be, crazy this way, that way, whatever. You may feel like you're making the wrong decision. And you may see, like, I don't know how Kira's going to react to being in a classroom. I don't know that at all. I don't know how she's going to react to a lot of, what is going on. But we're doing the best we can. I'm making the best decisions I know how to. And that's that. So, I'm just leaving you with the little bit of, just make the decisions the best you can for your family, and just leave the rest up to whatever happens, and you deal with it as you do. For us, I know that I tend to worry a lot about little things, but the truth of the matter is that the little things that happen are what teach our kids to be resilient. They're what teach our family to persevere. They're the lessons that our children and our families learn along the way. And if we don't have those, why did the light just get weird? Oh, that was weird. But if we don't have those, if we don't let them go through those and make those mistakes and whatever, then they're not going to learn. And this is the time that they need to be, learning and things. So that is what I will leave you with. Again, I'm Kimberly from Journey to the New Normal. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and also check out our Facebook and our Instagram accounts, because I've been doing a lot of stuff on Facebook and Instagram lately, just as like in the day, whatever we're doing and stuff like that. I've been kind of posting little things. So alrighty, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.